I'm really sad. Like, guys, we have a minority already that's only 88. Like, they are 88 men strong and women. Why are you people attacking a man when he's already down? That's not the strategy of war. When you hit a man, he's already down, you don't beat him. From a happy, mighty field to a troubled field. Man. Bruh. I mean, I'm sad. I'm sad. I'm sad. It's sad, Charlie. Why do you punish, why all party for 1 month? No, can't the judge just forgive and forget? I mean, you get it?
So most of me ha na a Franco trading enterprise omo television papa no and me go so me di one dance here. So we see hotels, hospitals, schools, offices, apartments. Sorry, now we pet TV papa e di abomu. E Franco television. Papa one ya brantia wesiso. U pet TV di abo dem ma. E hwe bia se Franco trading enterprise. You what television set sizes be brave. You what 24 inches for her, 32 inches for her, 43 inches for her, 55 inches, and I can see 65 inches. It's a show when you have baby. Franco Trading Enterprise. Franco Trading Enterprise. Television papa. I feel
Okay, please. Are we on Welcome TV? Are we live on Welcome TV? I mean, welcome. Welcome. Oh, me always on. No. Are we? Oh, okay. So we are not. Huh? That's in. We are not transmitting from Jubilee House. So how can we be? Hey, now Jubilee House crowd. I mean GBC crowd. They are chopping mates. But the thing people are doing is it fine? Is it normal thing? Honestly, here's my thing. Don't use the business of state to promote private initiatives that have inured to your political gain. End of story. Don't also sabotage or kill a state institution while building a private one. End of story. It doesn't smell nice, guys. Stop it. We can't say state institutions are not delivering, so we'll use private ones to do what the state should be doing. We know you're good in your business. That's why we've given you a responsibility to manage what is collectively ours. Don't use what is collectively ours to build what is exclusively yours while killing what is collectively ours. Do you understand? Stand. You understand? Dug it. This one is yours. How can you be carrying, well, they say they carry it for the others to carry because when they were doing the things in the trenches, the others couldn't get them. So, but honestly, it doesn't carry. It doesn't carry for me. If you are transmitting swearing in of cabinet ministers or whatever, you are streaming and you are using Waze or hashtag something, it's state business, guys. Wash your hands off this. You don't need this. Personally, I didn't even see why the Minister for Government Communications will be announcing appointments of ministers on his Facebook page when there is an official page for Ministry of Communication or Information at the time. Do you get me? It's like I work at City, I go and do a story, I post it first on my personal social media channels, then the station will come and search for it or share. It doesn't carry for me. Anyway, Miawezo. To the show. The show is the show, you understand? I want to show you something. Global Mijo, if you can hear me. It is not correct. That's what I'm saying. I think this is really needless. It is. So, remember in the previous government, some of the appointees went to office. They had their own PAs, they had their own PROs, they had their own cameramen. They said that the civil servants are inefficient, so they went with all kind of things. Can it be like, eben rubbish and so and paid man's over this year, Ghana for you, bro, you speed up at us. Okay, so wait, should I start from the OSP or I should go to Akwetia because you people say Akwetia, Neminira? Sorry. Is it Akwetia SP? No. Sorry, Akwetia MP. Okay, so this man, his name is Ernest Yaokumi. Ernest Yaokumi. Hey, they say, there's something I want to do here. I don't know. Oh no, I'm Yaokumi. The guy, they want him, but bad company.
Honorable members. All right. Honorable members. So, I have brought this matter to the attention of the House. That is my pleasant duty to do. The member may decide, may elect to participate. But in doing so, I'm drawing attention to Article 105 of the Constitution. And I will read. A person who sits or votes in Parliament knowing or having reasonable grounds for knowing that he is not entitled to do so commits an offense and shall be liable on conviction to such penalty as shall be prescribed by or under an enactment of Parliament. Having done this, I have discharged my noble duty.
So the clerk was backing, warning him, say, Charlie, what you are doing. But under the influence and guidance of the leader of the mighty and happy few, he said, we'll see, you know what? Hot kanka.
Just have a simple answer to the point you made. And I have the instructions of my respected colleague-elect, Honorable Ernest Kumi, and fortified by the precedents of this House. Which precedence is dated 7th of January 2021. I simply, Mr. Chairman, the member so desires to proceed to be sworn in and to also participate in the election of the Speaker and bear the consequences himself.
All right, so on the strength of this defiance, Ernest Yaokumi, he was sworn in as MP against a court order restraining him from presenting himself for swearing in pending the resolution of a legal dispute. Well, as it stands, the court has issued a bench warrant for Yaokumi. He entered Parliament on the day. Then quickly, abort mission. No, must not hot. To me, I drink. Charlie, before the issuance of the bench warrant, the lawyer for the MP said he's Tawali. Basically, I know my level. Now, after the issuance of the warrant, now journalists say, oh, counsel, Ekoye, mama, counsel, Ekoye. He said, Kum namaya. Kum namayo, kum.
Kum noye. Kum noye. Kum noye.
Well, the lawyer may be calm, but the minority's leadership says, we raise a sound, we raise a sound.
All the parties to the certiorari and prohibition application, including the judge, His Lordship Justice Emmanuel Senyo Amedehe, who is the respondent to this application before the Supreme Court, have been duly served. Further legal steps would be taken, and the minority caucus in Parliament will address the Ghanaian public on the way forward. Ladies and gentlemen of the press, Ghana's democracy thrives on fairness, the rule of law, and the principles of justice. The actions taken against Honorable Ernest Yaokumi threaten not only his rights, but also the very foundation of our democratic processes and principles. The judicial system must not be weaponized to serve partisan interest or undermine the will of the people of Akwetia.
Hey, Jerry. Why, Jerry? Apparently, I have a new nickname. They say, freshman suspension. They say you that they suspend you in the first 3 weeks of being in Parliament. That they forgive you. Also, they can come and arrest him from the chamber. Hey, star boy. Star boy happy. Well, AKA, you have a beautiful wife. Well, Ernest, I wish you well, You are a representation of the company you belong to. So, the special prosecutor last week, he declared our former finance minister fugitive of justice. You may have forgotten. Quick reminder.
The OSP declares Kenneth Nanaya Oforiatta a wanted person. He is a fugitive from justice. The OSP will take all necessary legal steps to secure his return to the jurisdiction and attendance at the OSP. And this is to Mr. Oforiatta. You have two choices. You can either return to the jurisdiction voluntarily, or the OSP will enforce your return.
So, yeah. Now, this got many talking. A lot. People have said a lot of things. Because, honestly, it's unprecedented. I've not seen something in my lifetime. Now, some lawyers were of the view that, look, Ken Kuntum should sue Ankwanoma Kwesi Peter.
When you say they should be pardoned, meaning we should accept the mistakes as part of normal day-to-day operations. That's what we should accept it. But where they end up causing damage or reputational damage to an individual, do you just pardon them and just, it's okay, you've made a mistake and that's it, go and sin no more? Is that what we are saying? I don't think so. I think an office as serious as the OSP office need to be meticulous. They need to be very, very slow in taking decisions.
But you see, the SP, he seems to have some strategy. He says his focus is to make corruption unattractive. The liberty people have had to be fearlessly corrupt, he's going to stop it. At least people should have the fear of God again when they want to be thieves, especially when it has to do with stealing from the state. So this week, SP released a statement saying that, first, the lawyers of the minister, they were showing, but the former minister, why to me, they show body. They show the SP body. Now they have gone to try a beg. They say, Ken Kuntum, he has given a day, he will come after some medical, you want him penny any idea to na hire Altroga. So the SP says he's no longer a wanted man. He is rather a needed man.
When we declare you wanted, it's because it's an inherent power. We have obtained an arrest warrant. We are not finding you. And that is why we publish the wanted notice. And it's a whole process to bring you down. When we publish a wanted notice, it means that we then have to facilitate putting on the Interpol system, and then through Attorney General Foreign Affairs, try and get the law enforcement on the other side to bring you down. And if you remember, the OSP said only two things. He said that Mr. Oforiatta has a choice. Either he will voluntarily come down, or the OSP will force him to come down.
Now, some pensioners say they are grateful to the SP for his work since last week. In fact, it appears even some MPP people are grateful to the SP because only one man, only one man, his name is Satawale. It's all right. you are that. Let me focus on the National Service Authority for that. Small, I don't have so much time. So the allegations of ghost names, just say, according to investigations, it is alleged that the leadership of the previous administration, they packaged Azonto ghosts onto their payroll. So every month, and Azonto ghost, pakinako, tremunako, Azonto. What's it saying?
The service has been paying 559 allowance to personnel every month. So it's just basic arithmetic. This number times the figure
505
times 12.
Yeah.
Right.
So that's the figures in the
figures
potential loss.
In blue, potential annual financial loss to the state.
I see. And you think when you put all that together, it's 2 billion?
2.2 billion. And we do this even for 2024, 2025, only counting 4 months because they've been working from October, November, December, and January.
Okay, so now the details of the investigations, I mean the scandal, is scandalizing. And I really pray what the NPP and officials of the former administration are saying is true, that they didn't steal money because it's projected that some 500 million cedis could have been lost to that scandal. Okay, how did it all happen? Krobia.
We found 80 to 90-year-olds in the data.
Wow.
So Nimatu Salifu is said to have been posted to Piagi DA Primary School in the Apaiwas region, and she's 93 years old at the point of
93 years
old at the point of being posted.
Maybe she's not graduate. Maybe she didn't enter university early. She's a mature student.
In normal life, that should be a grandfather or a grandmother, at home. Same for 91-year-old Ruth Abdullahi, supposedly from UDS, posted to Adakura Primary School in the Upper East region. 82-year-old Muhammadu Ali is another one who was posted to Anglican School in Sehuyoso.
I want to say something, but let me qualify it before I say what I want to say. And it's different from the NSS. This is independent. It's just passing thoughts. You see, the documentary on this scandal, the authorities injuncted its viewing or filming through the law courts or the courts of the law. Now, I believe that people are innocent until proven guilty in a competent court of jurisdiction or law. So I grant them that, and I'm looking forward to the outcome of the court and all that. But this is what I want to say. Again, it's independent of everything. Okay. You see? It's not connected to the case. But, come on, let me tell you. Hey, stealing is hard work. Hey, stealing is hard work. If you put the same energy into any enterprise, you will have your peace of mind. I'm telling you. Aglovi, I'm telling you. Glover, I'm telling you. Just that one, it can take forever. If you are working hard, you are not stealing. You are just working hard in Ghana, you are not stealing. It's hard work. Stealing already is hard work. If you put that same energy in good, it can take forever, but still, you have your peace of mind. Sometimes you can have unforeseen haircuts and things, but choose your choice. Okay, now, back to the scandal. Let's go. Back to the scandal. So Krobia and his team did some work on the pictures used for the ID. So these are the details of what went to the heist, right? Hey, so just like foreigners, according to the investigations, pictures, people who are not Ghanaian, or they use people just say fragadam.
One person in there who is Kwame Donko. Kwame Donko does not bring any ID card at all, just a photo. And Kwame Donko is supposed to be 72 years because of the date of birth that is presented in here. But we see this man's face, and we are not quite sure this is a 72-year-old person. Kwame Donko was posted to Kansogo Basic School at the Boko West District. So the team decided to run a reverse image search to look for possibly who could be this person. And then we found that the person behind that photo is Emmanuel Mutuo, who is a human resource manager at a tech firm in Kenya.
Wow.
Yes.
On that note, Asante Sana, because Anahene Nanabi, he said, Inshallah, he will sue Fort Estate.
If you pick a general publication figure and then you go to Parliament and go and pick a figure from there, which is a summation of all the postings, and you subtract, and then you multiply it by the national service allowance, and then you create a whole atmosphere of fear that somebody is looting, milking the state coffers. It is bad. It is so bad. And for me, trust me, I would take them on because they displayed my picture. The reason why I've mounted this spirited defense is because even I was not there, I would have said that, you know what, excuse me, I'm not part of this because from 2017-20 I wasn't. But I know that is not how the system works.
More power to you, sir. More power to you. But then, was Mahama Yarga trying to toil or play with our emotions or what?
With the 24-hour economy strategy, football is going to be a major enabler of the 24-hour economy. And very soon we'll see it. Very soon, our local league will replace the European leagues.
Okay, you guys, calm down. Calm down. Let's go for a break. And then when we come back, we break things down. It's a break. Welcome from that break, and this is Backpage on Channel One Television. My name is Caleb. I am Caleb Kudah. And seriously, Boko Central MP, look, bruh, you gotta read the room. And you gotta know that some jokes are expensive. I mean, what do you mean by this? What did you mean?
With the 24-hour economy strategy, football is going to be a major enabler of the 24-hour economy. And very soon we'll see it. Very soon, our local league will replace the European leagues.
Okay. With the greatest of respects. You see, anytime lawyers say with the greatest of respects, then you know they're about to show you the opposite, right? No, that's not what I wish to do. But, honorable leader, please, Ghanaians say I should tell you that be guided. At this critical moment in our history and life, we have little tolerance for anything that mocks our broken hearts. What Black Stars and Ghana football has done to our lives and our dead, we don't find your jest funny at all. So please and please. Let me take care of this guy. I need to take care of this guy.
Usually we've seen that those who are of a certain political color have a preference.
Of course, I have my first preference is the NDC youth. That I'm not going to lie. If you are now the CEO of the National Youth Authority NDC youth for the entire country. Yes, you are not NDC CEO for National Youth Authority. Exactly. That's my first preference. My first preference will be the NDC youth because they are the
good posturing to have.
It is a good posture.
Why?
Because after
I thought you were doing this in a nationalistic.
It's a but NDC members are NDC members are also Ghanaians. NDC members are also Ghanaians.
So clearly, here is one of the appointees of President Mahama working hard to send the NDC to opposition. No cap. The appointment people are dying and fighting for now. He got his. And first thing he's going to say is such Sebi. I mean, it's reckless talk. And reckless talk like this, that led to the funeral of Abu Akassie. And people have been reassigned Some, even before their butts could fill the seats of the offices they were appointed to under President Mahama. And I believe that this man, from the way he has started, he doesn't seem interested in doing Ghanaians and Mr. President, your administration much good. At least, that is the least we can say. But the 24 hours economy, I'm told the 24 hours passport operation, I love it. About it, father, I love it.
You've also heard about big reforms that we want to carry out. We want the passport administration in our country to become a 24-hour operation. So this year, you need to stand by and get ready, be preparing yourselves. We are going to be running 3 shifts so that we want to cut down on the waiting time for passports.
So the argument I've heard against this is that you say you're coming to reset the country, you're coming to reset the economy. Now you're going to make passport acquisition so efficient. If all the brothers Dakpa, who will you use to do the reset? And when the reset happens, who will enjoy the reset? That's the argument of those who think it's a bad idea to make the passport office work around the clock. Please, I agree with them. Order. Once again, order. Now, let me reiterate my unhappiness about something the President of the Republic has been doing consistently. I said, I'm not happy about it. Last time he told the chiefs to sit down. As for him, he doesn't command chiefs around. Then this time he told some education people that they can free their mind and talk. Now it's independence. Why are you rubbing it in the face of, the only president of the Fourth Republic to have unveiled his own statue? Why are you rubbing things in our man's face? Why?
How do we remove excessive political interference in the governance of our education system? How do we ensure adequate and sustainable financing for education? I had a bit of yeah with the political interference. I said that the second Independence Day for the education system has come. You can express your opinions freely now.
Be honest, and honestly speaking, is not cool. The Catholic bishops were angry. They were left out of the education reform dialogue. See something.
Hello, welcome to Footprints once again. Today we are here to continue with a lovely conversation that we started with Mr. Joris Wartenberg, and he recounted his experiences, life beginning in 2nd and his experiences through Ghana, Achimota School, University of Ghana, the United Kingdom, the US, and back to Ghana. Today we are here to continue with that conversation. We'll take a short break, and when we come back, we'll be zooming straight to life in Ghana, life as playwright with Mr. Joris Wartenberg. My name is Samuel Atamensa. This is Footprint, and I have Mr. Joris Wartenberg. Welcome back, sir.
Thanks a lot.
So, sir, we are. We know that you've been part of writing plays and putting such shows together. Can you take us through your own, the whole trajectory of your playwright experiences?
Well, first of all, I passed by Nigeria before coming here, so I got to meet with a lot of the Nigerian stars.
You mean before coming back
to Ghana in 2001?
Oh, okay.
So I was in Nigeria for about a year then. I met with a lot of the stars of Yukari Anunobi, Regina Askia, all these, and their directors, Jata Mata, quite a few names, but now I'm a bit old now. But one thing I realized was this, that the Nigerians tended to read a lot more than Ghanaians. See, somebody said that if you want to...
Did you say tended?
Tended.
Well, they still do.
They still do, yes. Someone said that if you want to hide something from a Ghanaian, put it in a book.
And it will be hidden forever.
Yes. They don't... The only way you can be a good writer is if you read. You've got to read and read and read and read and read and read. I mean, I read every book that there was. I was an avid reader from the age of 5. So my father used to buy me books, Ivanhoe. I mean, there was no book on this planet that I didn't read. By the time I was 14 years old, I'd read everything that there was. So writing came very naturally, very, very naturally to me. Ghanaians are good writers, but because they haven't read much, so they find it difficult to put it together. Back in our time, in the 70s, I mean, we sort of were the trailblazers. That is, we started the whole thing about Evans Hunter, myself, people like that in television, Bosumpra, Cobb Taylor, Joyce Ayi, who was writing on Avenue A at the time. These are the people who started the writing revolution, so to speak, as far as Ghana is concerned. And we are way ahead of the Nigerians. In fact, the film industry developed in Ghana. The Nigerians came to learn from us, and then they rather developed the money-making ventures out of it.
Yeah, well, they have the numbers too, so...
It was a matter more of technique than numbers, because, I mean, I can sit there and watch a Nigerian movie, and it makes a lot of sense to me. And I'll go and watch a Ghanaian movie, and half the time...
And you're waiting for the movie. After finishing the whole episode, you are still waiting for the movie
to start.
Especially the comedy ones. Jeez. You watch the whole episode and you're asking, yes, so where's the comedy?
So I think that it probably may be useful for people to set up sort of schools on the net, encouraging people to read. That is the... You don't create writers. You don't teach people to write. You only let them read. If they read enough, they will be able to formulate stories. They'll be able to know where it begins and where it should end and where the middle part should be and all that. So in those days, we only had the Arts Center. There was no National Theatre. And everybody went there to go and see a play.
A play, yeah.
So I wrote 2 or 3 plays that we put up over there. Me and my friends.
Which year would this be?
Oh, this would be 72, 73. I was still writing on Sobodazi, and I was still doing plays at the Arts Center.
Okay.
And I was still in law school. So I was with Glover, who was always with me, acting with me. Osei Dike. We were all like friends together. Acting,
Dike Osei.
Dike Osei, yeah.
Ambassador Dike Osei.
Yeah. We're very, very close. I mean, we did everything together.
But Ambassador, you are next, so just watch out.
So we did all those things at the time. There's one thing that I always remember, that you never really had enough of an audience.
Yeah.
If we were lucky and a bunch of black Americans had come, tourists had come into town, then you had all of them coming to see a play at the Arts Center. But there was one thing which always happened that puzzled me a lot. There was a guy called Sakakwe, and he had this musical play called The Lost Fisherman. And every time The Lost Fisherman was put on, half the town went to see it. And I was so jealous about it. I thought, wow, why is it that everybody turns out to go and see Sakakwe's Lost Fishermen. But when we put on plays, 3 or 4 or 5 people do. Academically, fine. They were selling my books to universities and all that, which I really hated because people like Amar Tedu and A.C. Sutherland and others, they had books by Heinemann's being sold to the high schools, to the secondary schools. So they were known.
Yeah.
Because all these kids were there. Me, only 3rd year university. So only the very top guys knew that I was actually a published writer who was studied in school. All the kids knew about A.4. Sutherland and Amar Tedu and the beautiful ones are not yet born, people like that. Ikwama and people like that. They didn't know that I was a very serious writer as well. So they only associated me with Osofrazi. And it really, really made me jealous. And in the theater, Sakakwe also made me jealous until one day I said, I've got to write a musical as well. Because I realized that it was a music which drove people. And the music was beautiful. Girl songs and all that, all these fishermen, along and all that. It's like an opera. And back in Achimota, we had operas. The Pirates of Penzance, Gilbert and Sullivan operas and all that. So we knew the genre. So this was what we did, at least in terms of writing. And they got published and everything and all that. You made some money from royalties, from sales of the, to the universities and everything. But it was not as satisfying as actually a play is not something to be read, it's something to be seen.
Okay.
Because it is when a director takes it and brings it to life, and you sit there and watch the characters unfold and everything. That's when you realize. So every year, Cape Coast or Legon, they will invite me to come and see their students produce.
Do you still write?
I'm writing at the moment, but I'm writing a physics book.
You studied physics?
No, I didn't. I learned it by myself. I woke up one morning and said to myself, what is all this nonsense about Einstein being a great physicist? I think he's an idiot. And I've proved it in the book.
Do you get confused at times?
No. This is the greatest physics book ever written. I took up Newton, I modified him, I corrected his mistakes. I took up Einstein, totally disproved everything mathematically with mathematics. I was going to Professor Alote, yes? He was working with me. You can see, he did a short interview and said, Joris, we know him as a writer and a lawyer and all that. Why he learned this physics, we don't know, but he's very good at it.
Wow.
And Professor Yebo Mensah, who's the Dean of Physics at Cape Coast University, he swears by me.
So you're a physicist now?
Serious one. I mean, the main part of our metering is all that, which does the actual work. I invented it. And Israeli scientists joined in developing it.
Yeah.
But I invented it.
So you don't write plays anymore?
No. I write physics. Wow. Mathematical physics, not just physics.
So you are a version
and I'm always conferring with my cousin Max.
so you are a version of Nelcon.
Malcolm?
Nelcon. Remember Nelcon?
No, who is he?
Our day we used Nelcon and Parker, the physics books that we used.
Oh, I see.
No, you and our students, so maybe that's what
I didn't know any physics at all.
But your cousin knows
when
that.
I was in secondary school, I had 9 in physics, 9 in mathematics, 9 in biology, 9 in chemistry. I didn't understand a word of it.
You didn't want to know.
No, I didn't know anything about it.
Abbott and all those people, most of them were British people. So
I didn't understand the books. And so how could I remember the names of them? No. Today, I would not have been allowed to continue school.
Yeah.
Because then they will put aside your science subjects, take your best subjects and let you continue.
Yeah, but it's interesting that you've kind of moved into another area to the extent that you become a leading light in discovering new ways of expressing physics.
Oh, don't know that we are about to create a machine that will create infinite amounts of electrical energy. I mean, everything is going to change.
Your cousin Max, is he an engineer?
He's right here.
Yeah.
He's a chemical engineer.
Okay, so he's an engineer. So he complements your
absolutely.
So
I'll bring in the mathematics and he will do the chemistry to put it together.
Lovely. So you do this by intuition or by reading?
Pure knowledge. No. I have
knowledge from where?
I have a physics book called by Atabiza, which is studied at third year. Master's level.
Yeah.
Yeah, in Oxford and Cambridge and all that. This is serious.
Yeah, physics.
Quantum
mechanics.
Physics. Yeah, modern concepts of physics by Atabiza.
Yeah, but what physics?
Quantum physics. I mean,
so that's heavy mathematics.
Yes, this is Schrodinger's cat and things like that. I mean,
so you're still doing calculus, higher level of calculus and
integrations and differentiations of all kinds of. I mean, you're talking about serious mathematics here, not little boys. I'm talking about mathematical physics.
But I'm yet to
physics,
find
2 words and 15 pages of mathematics to prove it.
Yeah, because I haven't met anybody who has at a later stage in life taken mathematics as a hobby like you know. It's like, Charlie, let me just try this and see, because I think I should be able to do it. I mean, it's the reverse actually. You do engineering for a long time and then you say, look, let me start writing history books or so, something like that.
Well, you see, if my cousin is a chemical engineer can get up and say, all right, I'm good with a bit of law now. So why can I do the same thing? Of course, I don't understand any of the chemical engineering.
Physics is a big deal. It's a big
deal.
Yes,
it is, because it is the basis of the universe.
Mm-hmm.
So you need to really understand that. But you see, when you go into it very deeply.
Yeah. So hang on. So you are doing quantum physics.
Yes, quantum physics. Yes.
And you are doing light.
Yes.
You're doing thermodynamics.
Yes. I like this man. By the way, I use shadows and Pythagoras theorem to prove that the speed of light is not constant. In any case, it cannot be constant.
It cannot.
Anyway,
I've always wondered, but who am I?
Well, no, it's very simple. Mm-hmm. Any object moving at a constant velocity cannot generate heat. You only generate heat when you slow down. In acceleration.
When you change.
Speed, yeah. In acceleration. That's why I say in acceleration. So it cannot be constant.
I mean, we could go in this tangent for a long time.
I can see you in the business yourself.
So this is still Footprints. My name is Samuel Thomas. I will be right back.
This year, something magical is happening. A celebration of tradition, flavor, and community. Welcome to the Back to Your Village Food Festival 2025.
Taste the heart of your heritage with mouth-watering dishes from across the country, like Ademe with Akle, Tozafi with Ayoyo soup, Kokonte, Apopranta, Rare Quine, and many more. From rich spices to sweet treats, it's a journey for your senses. We're taking you back to your village.
Oh yes, let's recreate our age-old recipes.
But it's not just about food, We're celebrating culture, connecting with family, and making memories that last a lifetime.
This March, let's come together and discover the flavors that make us who we are. The date is 29th and 30th of March 2025. The venue, Accra Metropolitan Assembly, and the time is 10 a.m. through till 6 p.m. each day.
The Back to Your Village Food Festival 2025, where food, fun, and tradition meet. See you there.
Interested registered vendors should call 0558 973 973 or 0205 973 973 to register.
The Backyard Village Food Festival 2025 is powered by Channel 1 TV with support from 97.3 City FM.
One upgrade is nice, but a double upgrade is amazing. And that's how we do it. Upgrade today to get even more with Step Up. If you're on GoTV Max and upgrade to GoTV Super, you'll get way more with GoTV Super Plus.
It's so cool!
Get big value. Get big entertainment.
Very good.
Perfect! Upgrade and get even more with GoTV. GoTV. Love it.
Here's Kwame and Yao. After hours of planning, both have locked in the same perfect multi-bet. Big win for United, over 1.5. And both teams to score in the London Derby. But who could have picked Leicester over City? Or a high-scoring game at the Bridge? There's nothing worse than having your perfect multi-bet missing. But there's nothing better than having it saved. Bet saver. Win, even if your bet misses.
Hey, thank you. Now we are back to the real issue, the reason we are here talking to Joris. And this man is a physicist, he's a playwright, he's a businessman, he's a Jew. You practice Judaism, right?
No,
or
I don't
you
practice Judaism.
Okay, you don't practice
I'm
Judaism.
against Judaism.
Okay.
I practice Torah. That is, I'm a very strict, super orthodox follower of the Torah, of the law.
Of the law, okay.
Judaism was created by the house of Judah.
Oh,
it has nothing to do with the children of Israel.
Okay.
This is Judah himself. It's like Fantis creating a religion and saying Fantism.
Because they have something, Muhammad is the Christo Church.
Most that kind of nonsense.
Sorry, that's not referring to that particular church. So
no, I'm not talking about the church. I'm talking about Judaism.
The whole, okay.
Because I mean, they will say that the Jews will say that Moses led the Jews, which is not true. Moses led the children of Israel, 12 tribes of Israel. There's only 2 of them which are present now, Judah and Benjamin, together called the Jews. Okay. The other 10 tribes are lost. And every prophecy in the Bible is that at the end of time, they will be brought back together again in Israel and will serve the God of Israel forever and ever with David as their king.
Okay, we'll come back to that. So maybe another time we'll interview on this particular part of your life. But let's go to Osofudazi.